Now I have to share my screen. I know I have the technology. All right, now where did the screen share go? Um, I'm not trying to minimize Zoom. I'm trying to share my screen. Oh, um, well, I don't know why it says Steve. Okay, here's what I want. All right, so there's my screen again. So I wanted to go over the treasures we got and how to use them. We're going to use them in our practice tonight, right? So we got a Tao Committee Tao Source Love light ball and a Tao Committee Tao Source Forgiveness light ball, and then the Tao Committee Tao Source Success light ball. So each of the light treasures carry power and ability to help us boost every aspect of our life, including health, relationships, finances, and more. So the way that you use them, this is the 4 power techniques. So the 4 power techniques are body power, mind power, sound power, and soul power. Master Shah's added a couple more in the last year or so. The 5th one is breathing power, where you breathe into your abdomen. And the 6th one is writing power, which is where we write and trace the calligraphies that also have the Tao frequency in them. But we're going to use the 4. So the soul power is really what Master Sha is about. That's his one of his base teachings is the power of the soul. In mind over matter era until 2008, we moved into soul over matter, or soul is the boss. So we're in the soul light era. So what that means is the mind serves the soul now, where we used to think the mind was the boss. And it's really interesting because you see that mass consciousness happening on the planet with a lot of things being called soul. There's a car called Soul, the Kia Soul. I used to have one actually. And then, soul power yoga and soul power, it's just interesting because that's why, because we're in the soul light era and the mass consciousness is the collective consciousness is aware, right? So Master Sha teaches us that if you heal the soul first, the mind and body will follow. So that's what I love about the Tao work is that it heals soul, heart, mind, and body at the same time. But the body takes the longest to catch up, right? So when we heal at a soul level, the mind and the body follow, but they don't follow instantly. So that's why we do everything for the body, massage and Helen's work and acupuncture and oils. All of those things are great for the body, and that helps the body come into alignment as well. So the soul power is 5 lines. You say hello to the inner and outer souls. Now, here's a concept from Master Sha that was new for me when I started to study with him, is that he teaches that everything has a soul, not just our outer soul. Like, we're aware, some people are aware that you have a soul or believe that you have a soul. And when you pass, it goes back to heaven or wherever. Or some people know that as spirit or your higher self. Okay, that the soul is the one that knows everything and remembers everything that we've ever done and experienced. But not only do we have like an overall soul, but every organ, system, cell in our body has a soul. So our heart has a soul, our lungs has a soul, and it gets even beyond that. Even inanimate objects have a soul. So your car has a soul, and your computer has a soul, and the chair has a soul. And basically it's an energy, right? Because according to quantum physics, everything is energy and vibrates at a certain frequency. So that energy is also, another word for that is soul or message. So there's a lot of different terminology you can use, but I just call it soul because that's how I understand it. So we say hello to outer souls and inner souls. Outer souls are the sun, the moon, the stars, the universe, the Tao, divine, Mother Mary, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Jesus, whoever you align with, or whoever you believe in. You call on the outer souls to come and help, to raise our frequency and vibration, and you call on the inner souls, which are the souls of your organs, systems, body. That's why we just did that quick little invocation there, Shelley, with your lungs. Dear, the soul of my lungs, I love you. You're talking to the soul of your lungs, the soul of my heart, the soul of my liver. So this is saying to say hello to the Tao, love, forgiveness, and success light balls, because they also have a soul, right? So let's do this together. Dear my Tao love,
forgiveness and success.
forgiveness and success light balls. I love
I
you,
love, honor, and
honor
appreciate you.
you, and appreciate you. Please activate.
Please activate.
Please bring
Please
love,
bring
forgiveness,
love,
Forgiveness, success to
to
my
my
health
and
and every aspect of my life.
And you can put in a specific request here for my lungs, for my toe, you know,
For
for
my
my brain.
Back, for my lower back.
There you go. I
Okay.
cannot thank you
Cannot
enough.
thank you enough.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you. And now we're going to chant this for a few minutes, and then we'll add a forgiveness practice and a calligraphy to make it even more powerful. And by the way, the reason that we get together here is because however many of us are gathered, that's how strong the field is. So there's 6 of us right now, so we have a field of 6 versus just 1. Every person amplifies the field, right? So we bring our energy together. So the chant goes like this. It's pretty easy. I'm trying to think of how the chant goes. Tao, love, forgiveness, success, light balls. Tao, love, forgiveness, success, light balls. Tao, love,
forgiveness, success, light balls. Tao, love, forgiveness, success, light balls.
love, forgiveness,
Success, light balls.
love, forgiveness,
Success, light balls.
love, forgiveness,
Success, light balls.
love, forgiveness, success, light balls. Love, forgiveness, success,
light balls. Close your eyes if you can and chant it so that you go within, you feel the energy within.
love,
Forgiveness, success, light
light
balls.
love, forgiveness, success,
light
balls.
balls.
Love,
Success,
light
light
balls.
balls.
Love, forgiveness, success, light balls.
So that's soul power. We did the invocation. Body power is where you put your hands, the energy flows, or special hand body positions. So I wanted to cover that briefly. So you sit up straight wherever you are, feet flat on the floor. Don't cross your legs, and your back against away from the chair or wall if you can, so that the energy can flow around your body. And then the special hand position, Janice was asking me about this. The soul light arrow position is you take your hands, you grab your left thumb with your right hand, and then you wrap the other hand around it. So it's kind of like 2 fists. And then you take that and you put it right below your belly button, which is your lower dantian or your energy center, right? This is where your life force energy is in your abdomen right below your belly button. It's called the lower dantian in Master Sha's teaching. Also the 3rd soul house, the solar plexus. So that's where you put your hands, and that's the soul light arrow position, Janice. When they say use the soul light arrow position. Or I'm sorry, the yin yang, it's called the yin yang palm position. I'm sorry, the soul light arrow position is where you put one hand up like a prayer, and then the other one over your heart chakra. That's another position that they'll say. And that just signals to heaven that you're speaking to heaven. You're speaking to the Tao, the source, the divine, the universe, right? Okay, so that's the body position. Sound power is actually the chant, right? The sacred vibration or the sacred mantra, Tao, love, forgiveness, success, light balls. And the mind power is to visualize. Oh, Jennifer's trying to get in, sorry. And the Tao light ball, and the mind power is to visualize golden light in the area that you want the light to come to, right? So you're going to visualize golden light in your lungs, or you're going to visualize golden light in your toe. Wherever golden light shines, sickness disappears is the theory, or the 1-sentence secret. So I want you to visualize golden light where you want it to go. Okay, so now we got four powers, four power techniques activated. And then the 5th one is breathing power. So you just, when you breathe in so that your belly expands all the way to your abdomen. And then when you breathe out, it contracts. And you don't have to push it or force it, just breathe so that your belly fills up, and then relax. That's
Is this being recorded?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you can unmute your cameras, I'd love you for it. Hi, Jennifer. Welcome. I'm sorry I didn't notice you trying to get in. I was doing the practice and didn't look. So my apologies for making you wait. Okay, so let's start again. We're going to do it for a few more minutes. And Jennifer, what we're doing is we're practicing with the new Dow Committee Dow Source balls that we got New Year's Eve. I'm assuming you signed up for that as well. So it's the Dow Committee Dow Source light ball, Dow Source Forgiveness light ball, and Dow Source Success light ball. So just doing the practice so that you guys can do it on your own as well. As much as you can activate these, the better, especially if you're having any kind of pain or challenge, then just activate these balls and start chanting. Because it's like a light. You have to, if you plug it in, if you plug a lamp in and you don't turn it on, you're not getting the light, right? So this turns them on. This is what activates them and turns them on and has them shining in the area that you're asking it to go to. So, okay, go back to chanting. So the chant is, Dow Love Forgiveness Success light ball. 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 Dow Love Forgiveness Success light balls. Dow Love Forgiveness Success light ball. Dow Love Forgiveness Success light ball. Dow Love Success light ball. Dow Love Forgiveness Success light ball. How? So we're going to add the forgiveness practice now. And we're going to ask all these Dow treasures to help us with the forgiveness practice. Now, some of you have got the Love, Peace, and Harmony light balls too that we got earlier. So what you can say is, it's good to use one at a time. If you want, you can say, Dear my love light ball, please heal me, right? But when you have many, and you guys have got a few now, you can just say, Dear my Dow treasures. So you don't have to say love, forgiveness, and success, and love, peace, and harmony. You can just say Dow my treasures, but both ways are good. Both ways are good to name them if you have the time, or just say, Dear my treasures, please turn on. Please send light to my lungs. Please send light to my toe, wherever you want it directed, okay? So we're going to do the forgiveness practice, and then we're going to ask our treasures to assist us with the forgiveness practice. And that's why I was encouraging you to have the treasures so that they could boost our frequency and vibration when we practice, right? So let's do a forgiveness practice together. So this is where we use the soul light era. So you put one hand over your chest in your heart chakra and the other one in front. That's the soul light era position. That just signals heaven that you're speaking to heaven. So we say, Dear everyone and
everything
that I have ever hurt or harmed in this lifetime or any of my past lifetimes,
or
The past.
directly connected to,
directly connected
and then you fill in the blank for your request. Basically, whatever you're focused on, lungs, big toe. And please forgive me.
Please
forgive.
I'm very sorry
I'm very sorry
for the hurt and harm that we caused.
for the hurt and harm that we caused.
And I know that to simply apologize
And I know that simply
Apologize.
and ask you to forgive me
and ask you to forgive me
does not make up
does not make
for the hurt and harm that
for
we've
the hurt
done.
and harm that we have
I
caused.
think I forgot our ancestors. Dear everyone and everything
Dear everyone and everything
that my ancestors ever hurt or harmed
that my ancestors ever hurt or harmed
in this lifetime or past
In
lifetimes,
This lifetime.
lifetime or past lifetimes
connected to,
connected to
you fill in the blank. Please forgive them.
Please forgive
Please forgive us.
Give us
I'm so grateful
I'm so grateful
for the lessons,
for the lessons,
for the awareness,
for the awareness
and for any forgiveness that you can give.
and for
and
any,
any forgiveness that you can give.
And I know
and I know
that I must not make the same mistakes again,
that I
And I
must
must
not,
not make the same mistakes.
and that I must serve
and that I
I
must
must serve,
to make others healthier and happier.
make
make
others.
others healthier and happy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I offer my unconditional forgiveness
And I offer my unconditional forgiveness
to everyone and everything
to everyone and everything
that ever hurt or harmed me
that ever hurt or harmed me
in any of my lifetimes,
in any of my lifetimes,
connected to
connected to.
on the planet. And I ask my ancestors,
And I ask my ancestors,
please forgive
please forgive
everyone and everything
everyone and everything
that ever hurt or harmed them
that ever hurt or harmed them
in any of their lifetimes,
in
Any
any
of
of
the
their
connected to
connected,
fill in the blank.
Right.
Please accept our forgiveness
Please accept our forgiveness
so we can dissolve the negative information between us
so
so
we
we
can
can dissolve the negative information between
and move
us
forward
and
and
move
move
forward.
forward.
in love, peace, and harmony.
Love, peace, and harmony.
And I forgive myself
And I forgive myself
for all the mistakes I've made
for all the mistakes I've made
in this lifetime,
in this lifetime,
in my past lifetimes,
in my past lifetimes,
connected to
connected to,
fill in the blank, related to
Related to
the negative information
the negative information
that I've stored in myself
I stored in myself,
and kept for others,
for others.
connected to
connected to
fill in the blank. And I forgive myself
And I forgive myself
and I release it
and I release it
and I let it go.
and I let it go.
I let it go
I let it go.
and I let it go.
And I
And I
let it
let it go.
And I ask all of my Tao treasures
And
I ask all of my
for
treasures,
love,
love,
forgiveness,
forgiveness,
success,
success,
love, peace, and harmony
love, and harmony.
to please turn on,
Please
on.
please activate,
react,
to bring love,
Bring
forgiveness,
love,
bring
forgiveness,
love,
peace,
forgiveness,
and harmony
peace, and harmony
to my health
to my house.
and to my request. And state your request.
my breast.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to add one more piece. We're going to add a calligraphy. And I know that some of you have the Da-I calligraphy now, so I'm going to share that on my screen. This is the Da-I calligraphy. This means greatest love. So we're going to stand up and we're going to trace it if you're able to stand up. If you're not, just trace it with your hand or your mind. So the big L here, this means greatest. And the rest of it, this word down here is love. And this is a Tao calligraphy that Master Sha has written that means greatest love, or Da-I in Mandarin. And love is the highest vibration that melts all blockages and transforms all life. So he has transmitted Tao frequency right into his calligraphy. So when we trace it, we follow the black line, and that's called the sacred path. And when you get to the bottom, you just go back up to the top again. So, yeah, so go ahead.
I can't see it on the screen. Do you have it on the screen?
Yeah, I do have it on the screen. Are you seeing me? Or are you seeing the?
I'm seeing you and I'm just seeing the chant that we just did, but nothing else.
Okay, I'm
me
going to
too.
stop the share. I'm going to bring it up again. Okay, let me share my screen again. Maybe when I switched over to it, it went away.
I don't
Okay,
know.
here we go. Let me know if you can see it now.
Yes, now I can see it.
Okay. So this is called Ibitsu calligraphy. There's many forms of calligraphy in every culture in the world. This is an Asian calligraphy, and it's called Ibitsu, which means one stroke writing. So it's like cursive writing to us, right? So it's an art form that Master Sha has integrated into a healing modality as well, which is really interesting. So that's why you follow that whole black line or the cursive writing of it. And that's the sacred path. So I invite you to stand up. In our hands, each one of our hands represents one of our major organs. I know this is based on traditional Chinese medicine, and you guys have heard me talk about it before if you've been on the line. But the liver is your index finger, the heart is your middle finger, the spleen is your thumb, the lungs is your ring finger, and the kidneys, oh, sorry, the liver is your index finger and the kidneys is a little finger. So when you put your 5 fingers together like this, it represents all 5 of your organs. So when we trace the calligraphy with our 5 fingers, we're bringing the frequency and vibration through to our major organs. So that's what's so beautiful about it. That's the body power, right? So I stand up and trace because it's better to have the frequency move if I'm standing up. And you can just take your 5 fingers and trace the lines. Okay, so we're going to start, and it's and so dear
Lydia.
Yeah.
People who are unmuted besides you, the feedback, it's very distracting and it makes it difficult.
Okay, thanks, Lydia. Can you guys mute then and
Sure.
unmute if you need to speak? Thanks, Lydia. Okay. So we're going to begin. So I think I already did the say hello greeting. Dear the sacred calligraphy of Da'ai, I love you, honor you, appreciate you. Please turn on to boost and heal us, and also offer light and love and frequency to all those in our forgiveness practice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're going to trace the lines and chant at the same time. The chant is Da'ai, greatest love. Da'ai, Da'ai. Da'ai, 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 greatest love, greatest love. Greatest love, greatest love, greatest love. Da'ai, 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 Da'ai. Da'ai, 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 greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love. Da'ai, 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 Da'ai. Now, the other way you can trace, which is really powerful, is to take your abdomen, your belly, and move it in a ball around the lines. This is called abdomen tracing. And what that does is it brings the Tao frequency and light right into your energy center, right into your foundational energy center. It's a really powerful way to trace. It's actually the most powerful way to trace. So let's do that for a couple of minutes. Just move your abdomen around in a ball. I know it feels weird, but it's kind of fun. Da'ai, 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 Da'ai. Greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love. Chant silently for a moment. When we chant out loud, it vibrates all the big organs and the big spaces in our body. And when we chant silently, it vibrates all the small spaces and cells in our body. So you want to do both. Yin yang balance. Everything is yin yang balance. Out loud again. Die, 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 die. Die, 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 die. Greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love. And go ahead and finish tracing to the end. And at the end of a practice, we say how, which means perfect, get well, good job. Okay, so we did that for about 5 minutes, I think. So does anybody want to share anything you experienced? Did you feel any sensations in your body, or how are you feeling now? Go ahead and
I'm feeling a little more energized. I was feeling pretty burnt out, so I feel more at ease.
Fantastic. And how are you breathing now? Any better?
I am breathing better. Yeah.
Okay. Janice?
I just feel a lot of energy moving all around my body.
Oh, that's awesome. That's what you want. That's good. Okay. And Steve, are you unmuted to speak? Yes, no? All right. Anybody else? Yep. Lydia, you got, no, I can't hear you. You're muted, but Lydia, you got your hand up?
Oh, that was up. I forgot to put it down. Okay.
How you doing?
Really shitty.
Oh, that's not good. What's happening?
It's my kidneys. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to find a naturopath now because it's been 3 months like this.
Oh, okay. Well, we're going to move into the 5-element practice. Now, why does it keep telling me? Okay. We're going to move into the 5-element practice. And it won't let me. Come on. Oh, there we go. All right. So the 5-element practice, I'm going to turn on.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now, Steve. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Want to say
I could
it?
just feel a lot of energy also.
Okay. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to give you a quick overview of the 5 elements. This is based on traditional Chinese medicine. This is a 3-year course that people take as a naturopath, and I can't give it to you. I can't give you three years in one session, but I'll give you the highlight. And what it is basically is that according to traditional Chinese medicine, which is the oldest medicine on the planet, 5,000 years and plus, everything is categorized into one of the 5 elements, which are wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. Everything in the cosmos, you know, the directions, the sun and the moon, all fit into one of these 5 elements. And so do us. It's like the macrocosm and the microcosm. So for instance, the wood element is connected to our liver. And the liver is the yang organ and the yin organ is the gallbladder. So wood is your liver and gallbladder. But then it goes on to the body tissue for liver is tendons and nails. And you can Google this, by the way, you'll probably find it. And the body fluid is your tears. But your emotional body, the negative emotion of anger is stored in your liver. And the positive emotion of your liver is patience. So when you transform the anger, it turns to patience. So all of our emotions are stored in our body. And so when we do this practice, we're not only working on the physical, on the liver and the gallbladder, but we're also transforming anger to patience. And then it's, as I said earlier, it's your index finger. And the tissue is, the taste of the liver is sour, which is interesting. The color is green. It goes on and on. The weather's windy. The season is the spring. The direction is east. So that's how it's categorized in traditional Chinese medicine. So we're going to work on the 5 elements. We're going to do the wood, which is the liver. We're going to do the fire, which is the heart. We're going to do the earth, which is the spleen. And the metal is your lungs, and the water is your kidneys. So we're going to do all 5 major organs if we can move through the practice. And the reason is because when you balance these 5 elements, you balance the body, because these are the governing organs of the body, right? And the corresponding organs. So liver is gallbladder, heart is your small intestine, spleen is connected to stomach, lungs is the large intestine, and the kidneys is your urinary bladder. So we're actually working on 10 organs at the same time. So it's a very powerful practice. It's a practice I used to do consistently whenever I did a group. We've been kind of focusing on the soul houses lately and the Wai Jiao and the Qi energy and matter energy. But I think we're going to start off with the 5 elements tonight because it's important, right? It's our governing organs. So I'm going to share my screen again. And we're going to follow the animation to do the practice. So the first thing, are you seeing the screen? Tao Calligraphy Healing Field?
Yep.
Yes? Okay, perfect. So the first thing we do is say hello, right? We do our soul power. So our soul power is, dear, our 5 elements. We love you, appreciate you, and honor you. You have the ability to heal and balance yourself. Do a good job. Thank you. So it's the same say hello greeting, soul power for everything. You know, you can use it for, dear, the soul of my car, I love you. You have the ability to run and to perform well. Do a good job. Thank you. I've actually done that in a parking lot and had my car start. It was pretty amazing. While we were waiting 45 minutes for AAA to come, I said, well, let me try this soul power on the car. Do you remember that, Steve? We were at a mall. So you can use it for anything, soul power, because everything has a soul. So what you're doing is you're speaking to the soul directly. And then we're going to visualize the colors. So I'll tell you the colors, right, as we go through them. Wood is the liver, so it's green. Fire is the heart, it's red. Earth is the spleen, it's yellow. Metal is the lungs and the color is white. And then water is the kidney element and the color is blue. So we're going to visualize those colors in our organs as we move to them. And the sound power is going to be the chant that we do. And body power is just sit up straight. And actually you can put one hand on your lower dantian, which is right below your belly button, your energy, foundational energy center, and put the other hand on your organ. So for the liver, it's on the right side underneath your rib cage. So put one hand on your liver and the other on your lower abdomen. That's the body power. And let's begin. So it'll show you the visualization. This is the light you're visualizing. You only visualize green light. And that's the sound for liver. Deep breath into your abdomen. So each one has 3 steps, 7 sounds of shu. And it's okay to just visualize gold light too, like they have in the animation, because where golden light shines, sickness disappears. And now step 2, we do shoo, shoo, shoo 4 times. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Deep breath in to your abdomen. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Shoo, shoo, shoo. One more time. Shoo, shoo, shoo. And now the full chant, which it's the same for each, it's just the sound, so you'll catch on. It's pretty easy. Deep breath in. Shuya, 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 yo. Shuya, shuya, yo. Shuya, 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 yo. Shuya, 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 yo. Shuya, 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 yo. Shuya, shuya, yo. Shuya, 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 yo. Shuya, 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 yo. Shuya, 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 yo. Shuya, shuya, yo. Shuya, 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 yo. Shuya, 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 yo. Shuya, 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 yo. Shuya, shuya, yo. Shuya, 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 yo. Shuya, 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 yo. So that's the liver. We're going to move on. We're just going to go right through them. Fire, heart's the next one. And if you chant this, you want to chant this out loud because it's going to vibrate that element. The sound will vibrate. So the sound is ah. Breathe in. Ah. So you're seeing light in your heart. Ah. Step 2. Oops. I didn't move to the next step. And this is ah, ah, ah. Deep breath in. 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 Ah, ah, ah. And then the last step. Same chant as before, only with ah. Deep breath in.
Aya, 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 yo. Aya, aya, yo. Aya, 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 yo. Aya, 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 yo.
So see that golden ball? Those are your treasures moving around in your body.
Aya, 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 yo. Aya, aya, yo. Aya, 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 yo. Aya, 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 yo. Aya, 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 yo. Aya, aya, yo. Aya, 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 yo. Aya, 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 yo.
One more time.
Aya, 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 yo. Aya, aya, yo. Aya, 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 yo. Aya, 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 yo.
The next organ is our spleen. So I forgot to tell you to move your hand. Your spleen is on the other side of your body, on the left underneath your rib cage. So you can put your hand on your spleen and the other one leave it on your lower dantian. You can change hands if you need to. Spleen is where we store our worry. Deep breath in.
Oh.
Deep breath in. Ooh.
Ooh.
Deep breath in.
Ooh. 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 Ooh.
Step 2. Oops. Hoo, hoo, hoo. 3 times. 4 times, I should say. Step 2. Here we go. Deep breath in.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Deep breath in.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Deep breath in.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Last time.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
And then the third step, which is the full chant. Deep breath in.
Hoo ya, hoo ya, hoo ya yo. Hoo ya, hoo ya yo. Hoo ya, hoo ya, hoo ya yo. Hoo ya, hoo ya, hoo ya, hoo ya yo.
Deep breath in.
Hoo ya, hoo ya, hoo ya yo. Hoo ya, hoo ya yo. Hoo ya, hoo ya, hoo ya yo. Hoo ya, hoo ya, hoo ya, hoo ya yo.
Deep breath in.
Hoo ya, hoo ya, hoo ya yo. Hoo ya, hoo ya yo. Hoo ya, hoo ya, hoo ya yo. Hoo ya, hoo ya, hoo ya, hoo ya yo.
Last time.
Hoo ya, hoo ya, hoo ya yo. Hoo ya, hoo ya yo. Hoo ya, hoo ya, hoo ya yo. Hoo ya, hoo ya, hoo ya, hoo ya yo.
Okay, 4th element is the lungs. Put your hand over your lungs, right below your collarbone. The sound is S. Deep breath.
S.
Where you put your hands, the energy goes. So our grief is stored in our lungs. So if you have grief, this is the exercise to do. Step 2. So 4 times. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Again. And then the third step. Whoops, full chant. This is the sacred mantra for lungs. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Last time. And we're a little bit over, but we're going to do the heart so that we do all 5. Be a couple more minutes. Deep breath in. Put your hand over your left side of your chest. So you pronounce it Trey, Trey.
Tree.
Trey. I don't know why I said heart. It's kidneys.
Tree.
Put your hand on the back. Kidneys.
Tree. 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 Tree.
And we'll go back, and we lost Lydia, and this was for her because she said her kidneys were bothering her. Okay, step 2. Trey, Trey, Trey. 4 times. Deep breath in.
Tree. 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 Tree.
And last step. Step 3. Deep breath in.
Tree-ya, 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 yo. Tree-ya, tree-ya, yo. Tree-ya, 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 yo. Tree-ya, 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 yo. Tree-ya, 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 yo. Tree-ya, tree-ya, yo. Tree-ya, 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 yo. Tree-ya, 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 yo. Tree-ya, 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 yo. Tree-ya, tree-ya, yo. Tree-ya, 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 yo. Tree-ya, 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 yo.
We store our fear in our kidneys.
Tree-ya, 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 yo. Tree-ya, tree-ya, yo. Tree-ya, 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 yo. Tree-ya, 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 yo.
You know, I was just thinking that that makes sense because if you get really scared, sometimes you pee your pants. Well, there you go. So All right, that's a pretty powerful practice to do all 5 elements. How you guys feeling? Does anybody want to share? Tell me how that was. I know that's the first time that some of you have done that.
I need a nap.
That wiped you out, huh? Okay.
I agree. I feel very sleepy.
Wow. Okay.
That's right.
All right. Now Steve says the same thing. Okay, well, it's going to be recorded on YouTube. So like if you want to go in there and just do your lungs, then you can just, do that part and do your lungs. Also, if you get the book, it's this, it's on Amazon, the Tao, let me see if I can show it to you, Tao Calligraphy Healing Field book. It's green with a big golden ball on it. You can get that on Amazon, and there's a QR code. I think it's on page 6. And when you download that or scan that QR code with your phone, then you'll have that whole practice that we just did. You'll have that animation so that you can follow along with it. So this is Master Sha's, one of Master Sha's newest books, and it has all his practices in it. So it's really a powerful book. It's kind of like he's brought in everything that he's been teaching into this book. So it's a really good one to have. And it also has a Da-I calligraphy on the back. So you'll have a calligraphy as well. And actually, I think there's a calligraphy in the book as well. So yeah, so you'll have everything that I'm using for practice and that they use for practice on the morning practice. They're doing it right from this book. So it's got the 5 energy centers, the 7 soul houses or the 7 chakras, and the 5 elements, which is basically your whole body, right? So yeah, so that was kind of a crash course in some of the practices. And Steve, can you just turn that off for a minute? Because I can hear it. It's a big whirring sound. So yeah, any questions? Okay, same time next week. If you can make the 6 a.m. Practice, and that's a half an hour of practice, and they focus on the energy centers of the body, which is really good to get the energy moving. Yeah, and if you have any questions, text me. Thank you so much for being here. And
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank
thank you. Okay, we'll talk to you again. Have a
Take care.
wonderful week. Okay.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye for now. Bye, Jennifer and Crystal. Bye-bye. Oh, Crystal, you're staying on.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. How are you?
Good.
All right. How was that for you?
It was real good.
Awesome.
Definitely felt energy moving in 3 and 4, those exercises, which was the spleen and the lungs. I kind of felt like a little dizzy, but yeah, just interesting.
Yeah.
The different feelings you feel doing those practices.
Mm-hmm. If you're feeling dizzy, that means that that's where the energy's stuck, right?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's what we focused on in our sessions.
Yeah.
The spleen and the lungs. So it was interesting that I did feel that,
Yeah.